This season was probably one of the better since I've been here in the last 4 years. The weather totally cooperated, Mother Nature cooperated all summer long with the proper amounts of rain and sunshine, developed into a nice crop. I've been here for 4 years working under my dad, and in the 4 years that I've been here, we've had anywhere from 10,000 barrels of cranberries to 26,000. This year we had 21, so hopefully this will be the average year out here. It takes at least 15,000 barrels at a market price of like $30+ per barrel to work a break even.
It was 100 years ago they've been running this cranberry bog. Well, the vines came in from the mainland. They're not wild vines. They're early blacks and Howe variety. A group of Nantucketers got together and they decided that this area, this swamp out here, it's a 300-acre swamp, was level enough to make a nice cranberry bog, so that's what they did. They dug there's 33 miles of hand-dug ditches here, and they leveled it off and put sand on it and put cranberries in it 100 years ago. The whalers liked them because they were so high in vitamin C that they'd put barrels of cranberries on the whale ships so they wouldn't have scurvy. So they were the first ones to really make bogs here and harvest cranberries back in the whaling days.
Come towards the end of September, when the berries are starting to get good and ripe, kind of have to decide when you're going to start picking. This year we started around the 25th of September, which is a little bit early, but the berries they had ripened up a little bit early this year. Mother Nature had cooperated all along since this spring. You start by flooding the bogs sections that you're going to start picking with a few inches of water into the vines and just above the vines. Sometimes you run the picking machine, which is a beater wiper machine that knocks the berries off the vines. Berries tend to float. All the good ones float, actually. Once they're all floating, the wind blows them to one side or the other, and you put up these oil boom type devices, the berry boom, and corral the berries to where you've got a pump set up. This pump will suck the water and the berries up off the bog and put them through a box that has water jets in it that clean the berries and separate them from the leaves and grasses and pieces of vine that also get sucked up off the bog. And then the pure berries get put into these 40-foot trailer trucks that we have and are shipped out. We had 3 rain days out of the 5 weeks it took us to pick and get the berries off to market.
One of the biggest problems is trying to coincide our picking with the boat schedule. This year it's really worked out good. We've had good rapport with the boat people, and this has been one of our shortest picking seasons that we've had in a long time.
We've got trucks that hold on average about 40,000 pounds. The goal is to have 3 trailers going on the boat and 3 trailers coming back from being dumped at the receiving station up in Carver. These bogs out here on Nantucket and a lot of the bogs on the Cape were originally planted on peat swamps. The peat moss in some areas here are anywhere from 2 feet thick to 30+ feet thick. Back when cranberry cultivating first started, they believed that the vines would only grow on the peat, which is why you see this bog area here and a lot of the bogs on the Cape, they're irregular shaped. They're not square, and the bogs out in Wisconsin were mostly man-made out there. So they're all squared up and they're easy to pick, and they're actually made on, a lot of it's on sand, because the vines will grow very well in the sand, but you have to keep it well irrigated, where the peat moss bogs out here act like a sponge, and they tend to hold the moisture a lot better than the sand bogs.
It's a pretty good place because we're a lot warmer because the water's around us and it keeps the temperature up on Nantucket.
It has been shown here that cranberries from Nantucket, being grown on the peat and being out here in the ocean have a much higher concentration of iodine in them from the salt air here. Has health benefits for thyroid problems and all of that, along with the great concentration of vitamin C that we get. We prefer our old peat bogs here. We like our Nantucket product.
After harvest season, then we start screening sand out of the hills here to put on the cranberry bogs. You usually put it about an inch on. The sand covers up the old vines and all the old trash and weed seeds and stuff, blocks the sun from getting in, and the weed seeds don't germinate. But the vines themselves form new roots where you put this inch of sand on and you got a whole new growth of vines. It's like putting fertilizer on the cranberry bogs.
The process of growing cranberries it's a year-round process. If you really want to get a decent crop, they will grow themselves. There are wild cranberries. This has turned into quite an interesting job. I have a deeper respect for my dad now that I know how much more is involved in growing cranberries than just, you know, what I observed growing up as a kid.
I've been here 50-odd years running this place, manager. When I started, I was 16 years old. You see how beautiful it is out here. That keeps me going every day just to come out here. It's been a ball for the last 50-odd years.